What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Fish and Grubs. All right, folks, I'm back at the spot that Nick and I hit the other day. He got that 31-inch pike. We just got in the mail from our good friend Kristen, her lovely, lovely friend back home. She sent us two Sprinker Frogs. So I don't know how many times I said the word Sprinker Frog. The last time I was here, it was probably about 40 or 50 times I was talking about how I wanted to do this. So let's get the gear together. This is gonna be a really busy weekend at the campground, so I wanted to get a full freaking day of fishing in today. So let's do this, let's tie these on. All right, folks, so right now, as you can see, we have the KVD Sexy Frog tied on that we got that giant on. I might actually save this frog. I'm thinking about replacing the line, but for right now, we're gonna go with the line that's on there. So we're taking this frog, we're putting it away. Then, what I like to do for frog fishing is I like to tie a polymer knot. Who would have thunk? I tie the polymer knot for pretty much everything, folks. Take your line, fold it down, make sure you have a good amount. You know, the less of a tag you need for the smaller baits, and then a longer tag for the bigger baits. This one isn't too big, so you don't need a super long tag. But I tie this same knot on my rats and everything. So go down and tie yourself a normal knot, and then you have this big loop right there. Then you're gonna take your bait, and you're gonna pass it right through that loop and pull the tag end and the regular end all the way down. Make sure if it's braid, you wet it first, which I always forget to do. That's it, that's your polymer knot, and we have this Sprinker Frog tied on. Sprinker Frog ready to go. Cut off your tag end, but pow. And this is what we're gonna be using all damn day, folks. Sprinker Frog all day. Let's go. Freaking bass. That's the way to start the day. Look at that. Freaking choked it. Short. Nice little fish. Big belly. No. All right, folks, biggest downfall of the Sprinker Frog is the tail, because it comes off and because you actually have to buy them after. But they go on real easy. You just put it, there's a pre-done hole, you put the metal part in and you just spiral around. So putting it on is real easy, real simple, but they do come off. Like on that last cast when I hit my freaking net, because I'm a dumbass. Got him. Small guy. Come up and crushed it. It's a good fish, whatever it is. No. No. Dude. Oh man, I hope that one was caught on film. My arm wasn't in the way, because that was ridiculous, bud. Just another stud. These fish in here, man. The one we lost in the deep, another stud. They were all studs, except for that one dink we got early on. Just look at that. Freaking awesome. So sweet. Peace, bud. Well, folks, that just happened. I don't know when. I just went to reel, and my Lose speed stick, the Carbon Blue GT reel, just like popped right off that tiny little screw that holds it. There's no way I'm ever gonna find that. So that puts this out of commission. But lucky for us, we brought a bunch of braided line. So we're just gonna unspool this fluorocarbon that has our chatterbait on it, spool that up with braid, and throw the Sprinker Frog with this thing. Okay. Check it out. New Canoe put this here on purpose. No, they didn't. They had no idea. I figured that out. Some genius. Alright folks, the question is, what's going on with this storm? Thunder in the distance. It's all way over there. Seems fine over here. Last time I did this though, shit got real quick. I don't know what to do. Check the weather forecast. Probably says fucked. That's a small chance of thunderstorms all the way until 6, and it's 2. Let's protect the cameras. Chance of thunderstorms are 30 to 60% right now until 6 o'clock. I took a trash bag, heavy duty one, and I cut it in half so I can put it over all my film equipment in the back. What do you guys think of that idea? Yay or nay? Think it's gonna work? Freaking hope so. Wind shifted. Where's the rain? We're like in the thickest part of it. It's just not ready yet. It sure is blowing the wind though. My goodness. There's some rain. Not much. Some there. A hell of a way to test this new canoe kayak out. This shit's crazy. Man, I hope I don't have to go. Hasn't thundered, lightning, none of that. Trying to get to the side where the wind is blowing from. Maybe if we can block the wind. I doubt it. I mean, this is insane. Well, folks, put the GoPro away a little while ago. Normal one, because it was raining lightly. We're just gonna keep fishing. Now it's raining really hard. And we're going back to the car for a little bit and see if we can wait this out. Good thing we brought a change of clothes. That was smart. Should have left a minute ago, but what are you gonna do? Almost back. Changed quite a bit. Jesus H. I just want to show you guys it worked. Everything's pretty much dry. Camera, all my stuff, dry, nice and dry. That's awesome. It's crazy out. I'm gonna just hang out in the car for a little bit, and then hopefully this passes. It says it's going to. So, I'll see you in a minute. That's it. Took, say like an hour hanging out in the car. Maybe a little less. Gonna get back on the water. Big one. Nice. Just, these things are all like the same. Short and fat and choking it. When they're hitting it, they are just demolishing this thing. Oh man. First one since we got back. Nice one. Nice one, nice one, nice one, folks. Just another beautiful fish today. Peace. Oh, fuck. Awesome. Sweet. Nice fish. All right, folks, that concludes the day in the water, but there's a couple things I want to talk to you about real quick. Number one, when I was out there, I didn't feel like it had been the greatest day, especially because when I went back out, the bite had changed completely. I got there at noon. I ended up leaving way into the night, which is why I did not do an outro. I left around, it was like 11 o'clock or something like that when I got off the water, okay? I was slightly discouraged because at night, I usually crush it, but the wind was blowing furiously, and that's why I decided to take off. And after that storm, the bite damn near shut off completely. Also, the conditions were not the conditions I was looking for when I went there. If you remember a couple weeks ago when I released the video of Nick and I going out and catching that big pike and some big bass in there, there were freaking weeds everywhere, right? They were all touching the top of the water. Well, over the past couple weeks before I went out and recorded this video, things have been crazy here in Minnesota. The rainfall has been tremendous and everything has been flooding. The campground was a freaking disaster. Just things were not right. And the water in this place had risen so high that the weeds were all below the water. So I didn't have the holes to aim for that I wanted to. I was just kind of blindly throwing my frog everywhere. So I believe it limited the amount of blowups I got because I was fishing blind, basically. The week before, there were all these specific spots where I would put it and put my bait because it had those like little holes that you could fish where those bigger fish tend to sit and wait to ambush. So that's that. But looking back on the day, I had a fucking awesome day. So what the hell was I like all up in arms about? Like, I had some great catches, some awesome blowups. Yeah, I was out there for a really long time. Yeah, I grinded, but that's fishing. That's what it's all about. That's why we do this. You know what I mean? We do it because we freaking grind and grind and grind, and then we're rewarded, with some nice bass once in a while. And pretty much every bass that I got was healthy. I had one dink in this day. So I don't know what my head was just, I guess when I left there, it had been so long before I caught a fish that I was just like miserable, like a little bitch. And that's what happens. When you're in the moment, that's what happens. But when you can go back and look at it in hindsight, it was a freaking fantastic day. So I had a blast. I hope you had a blast. Do me a favor if you did, smash the subscribe button. I hate fucking saying that. But we got to remind you guys, because if we don't say it, nobody hits the subscribe button. I noticed a huge change when I started saying it all the time. So I like to put it out there. So if you could do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. It also does me a tremendous favor every time you comment, every time you hit the like button, anytime you engage the video, even if you hit the dislike button because I did something stupid you didn't like, hit the dislike button and then freaking tell me what I did wrong. It actually helps me out, it helps me grow, and the engagement is key. That's how we get to where we're going in the end of this thing. So stay tuned, the next video is as TJ from Yak Pack Outdoors would call it, a banger. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Fishing Grubs. Fish on.